Brio, presented by Brio, Ryan. I still get goosebumps that we have a sponsor. I'm so excited. People care. Someone cares enough about the podcast to sponsor us.
I know.
Very
and
exciting.
The amount of people that cared about us playing yesterday.
Unbelievable.
I did not know that many people were rooting for me.
Yeah.
For us.
Dude, the whole
17,000 people on Instagram.
Gonna say Midwest, but I think it's further than that now. We are super, super big in Croatia. So,
and what's the other country? What's the
Slovenia?
Slovenia. I was gonna say I don't want to alienate them and forget, but I forgot.
Slovenia. And hey, Tyler, it doesn't matter where in the country you're representing from.
Mm-hmm.
You can always use a Brio for the backyard.
Yeah.
Late night fire cookouts. Brio's sweet, man. Smokeless fire pit.
Uh-huh.
It's all like is it aluminum around the edges?
Whatever you want, you can custom it, I think.
You can customize it. Okay.
Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm sure they have multiple
I'm
different
just
options.
waiting. I'm waiting to get mine.
Yeah.
As soon as I move into the new house, first thing I'm doing to the backyard is adding the Brio.
Yeah, and leading up to getting the Brio, we can start chopping some wood, Tyler, and bring us back to our younger days when dads would throw us out in the backyard and say, hey, there's 822 logs out here. I need them all split in half because we're having a fire
quarters.
this weekend. Quarters, yeah.
Yeah.
Make it even, double it again. So yeah, go check out Brio.com. Get yourself a smokeless fire pit.
Brio.co.
And what a more perfect time of the year.
It is perfect. Fall is right around the corner. There's no better time to have a bonfire than in the fall. People sleep on fall and spring bonfires. Everyone's all about the summer at the lake bonfire.
No.
Fall bonfires are way better.
Fall's the time to do it because it's too hot in the summer for fire. You
right.
know? And what person doesn't like playing with fire?
It's pretty much every kid in the world loves playing with fire.
Exactly.
So.
What's your go-to fire starter?
Gas in my Brio.
You're a gas guy?
No, I just regular newspaper, but you don't need that with a Brio. It just turns on.
Grab the newspaper from July 12th of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have stacked up
It's
down
been
in the
sitting underneath your sink with all the plastic bags.
Yep. Get that baby underneath your fire and start it up and get it rolling. Get the boys buzzing.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. All right, guys. Maddie Pool back on the podcast from the Caddy Girls, and with good reason though, Tyler, right? Because
Yes.
we have big time tournament coming up.
Big time tournament. You guys are going to be hearing this episode in two parts, one in the past, one in the present.
Yeah.
This interview right now is taking place the Friday before the Pine to Palm. And we're good to go with Ryan. He's just going to golf. I'm going to caddy, and I have absolutely no idea how to caddy except for the one time we talked to Maddie before. And that was just advice. I need actual rule tips.
Yes.
I need help bad because I'm going to get Ryan disqualified because I don't know what I'm doing.
We don't want that because I'm already stressed out enough about this thing. I'm not going in. I'm going to go in and have fun. We're going to have fun, but I'm going to win the fucking thing.
Good. Maddie, my first and probably most important question, will I get kicked out of the tournament or Ryan get kicked out of the tournament if I talk shit to the other golfers?
No.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, how about let's just widen that.
So here's the thing. That's how you get in people's head.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to talk the shit. So, like, when I don't like a girl in a tournament, if she misses a putt, I'll be like, nice try.
Oh, savage.
But here's the thing. I need to be able to back my play up with you talking.
No,
shit.
I'm just going to comment about them. What's so nice try, like compliments when there shouldn't be a compliment? Is that the best way to talk shit? Or
Yeah, so like total passive aggressive. Like if they come up short to a putt, be like, nice line. That was a nice line though.
Yeah, I had the line. Just
good line
wrong
though.
pace.
Yep.
Good line, wrong pace. But
Yep.
let's broaden this spectrum a little bit. What are things that can get us disqualified?
Yeah.
A lot of things. Don't fluff up your ball. I know y'all do that. I
Hey. Wow.
You're in the rough. I know. Y'all just kind of move it over a little bit.
Yes. Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No. So do you have a rule book yet?
We do not. We get that at registration, and
Okay.
we do not know when registration is, so we need to get that figured out.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Get the rules. Number one.
Yeah, well, registration. And
Registration. Yeah.
Yes.
then the rules, yeah. No, so I think one of the biggest things that like people get disqualified for is not knowing the rules, or getting a stroke penalty for is not knowing the rules, and like the most basic rules, like going OB, going in a hazard, like improving your stance or a man-made object. Those are like the number one things and like the rules that you'll be running into the most.
Okay, so let's just say I happen to put one on another fairway, which it will happen at least once. Is that OB or is that in play?
That's in play.
Ooh,
Good.
we're
Good.
okay.
Great.
Perfect.
So, you know the white stakes you see on the golf course that you totally avoid and you don't care about?
Okay. Yep.
I do know those stakes.
So those are out of bounds.
Okay.
So those you do not want to go into at a tournament because you will not be able to hit your ball. They'll make you go back to where you originally hit and you'll get a stroke penalty.
So you can't even drop where it entered.
No, you have to go all the way back to where you were originally hitting.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why, like, in a tournament, when you see your freaking ball, you hit a drive and you freaking slice it all the way across the country, right? You should take oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the
Provisional?
word. Provisional, yeah, because it's going to be OB, so you're going to have to go back either way.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Because, yeah, and then we have to remember where we hit from correctly, right? Because if we don't take the provisional.
And that's your job, so.
Shit.
We'll put a ball marker at every spot that we're gonna hit. We'll just get those cheap little plastic ones and just leave them there.
Or I'll get like the white or the pink tape that people tie on trees for like construction.
Yeah, it's the flags. The flags you can get out.
Yeah, like a lineman's flag.
Yeah, like a
electrical.
sprinkler flag. Like,
Yep.
hey, we got to mark the sprinklers.
People are gonna be like, well, why does so do I have a dress code? Do I have to wear a caddy like jumpsuit with Ryan's name on my back?
I mean, I think you should. I think that's like a must. I think that's
Okay. We got to find a painter's suit and cut the sleeves off.
Okay.
exactly. But you don't. You just have to wear golf apparel. But if you don't put his name on your back, then I just think that you're not a real caddy.
It's lame.
You're just
Yeah.
Okay. Piece of duct tape. It says Sheely on it.
Okay. Deal. Okay. No, this is all good. Also, one thing I want to clarify. You're on the green. You mark your ball.
Yes.
When you are lining your ball up with where you want your line to be, you have to leave your ball marker there until your ball is good, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So you put down your ball marker and you pick it up, get it cleaned off. When you're lining up your putt, literally do not move your ball marker until you are sure about your line.
Okay.
Like you can put your ball there and keep your marker there and walk backwards and like relook and see if like your line is up where you want to. And then when you're ready for it, you can take it off.
Okay.
Okay. Am I supposed to put the ball marker down, or is
You
Ryan?
are allowed to. So you're actually allowed to. There's no rules against that. But the big one in 2021 that they implemented is that you can't stand behind him when he's going to hit the ball. Like if you're anywhere, if you're on the fairway or the green, like you can't stand behind him and then like look at his line while he's hitting.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you could adjust me. Hey, maybe a little bit left, maybe a little bit right.
I was planning on doing that.
Okay. Well, that's why exactly why we're doing it, Tyler.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's a big no-no. So that was just implemented in the new rules that they came up with. So
Can I stand behind an opponent and change their line?
that's actually a good question. I feel like
I won't openly say turn up, but standing behind them, be like, yeah.
I think you're a little.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want that one?
Hey, are you sure you're lined up right? Even though
Okay.
they're perfect.
Oh, you can also like. If you're not sure what club to hit, this is like a way around the rules because you can't ask somebody like, oh, what club are you hitting?
We know Cody, because Cody got DQ'd one time for doing that. So
Yeah, but there's a way around it. You can walk up to your opponent's bag and look in their bag.
oh,
and see
okay.
what's not in there.
what is not in there.
Genius.
Can I walk up to the opponent's bag, put an extra club in it, and call them out for having too many clubs?
I wish.
So what's the amount of clubs that you can have in your bag? Is it 14?
13.
Oh, fuck.
See?
Okay. Well,
There goes your 3-wood.
there goes it, which is fine. Completely fine.
And like I take my alignment sticks out and everything for tournaments.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
swing stick, alignment
Yeah.
sticks. Yep.
Umbrella counts as a club too, right?
Technically, yes.
And
Okay.
ball grabber if you have like a ball retriever.
We need that.
We're going straight Beggar Vance mode if it starts raining.
You
Yeah.
guys just start ball hawking for half the tournament.
I'm definitely not standing behind Ryan because I'm in the woods looking for extra balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just time.
Okay, another good question. Do you have to use the same balls, like the same branded balls throughout the whole round? You can use anything you want.
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
started out around with like Pro V's and ended with like noodles.
Pro
Like,
staffs.
Hey,
Yeah.
noodles are great.
random, like Bridgestone, like random,
Okay.
like balls.
Okay.
So yeah. So like I usually, we get them for free, but I usually have it like a sleeve or two of like my Pro V's, and then I have like 10 balls of just like random,
Okay.
whatever they are.
Biggest question of the day. Can you use GPS?
GPS. What do you mean by like GPS?
Like 18 birdies or an app that tells you the course.
No, so you can't have your phone out the whole time.
Well, I think it depends. Like our tournament, this isn't like a college level tournament. This is a local tournament.
But
And
it is
there's-
still the tournament is still legit.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not going to be able
like
to.
USGA like ran though, right? Like
If it's not, it's pretty damn close.
Because like we're in the lowest flight as far as
Well,
there's like skill level flights.
Do you think your class matters?
It might.
I don't know.
I know you definitely can't use it in the top one.
No. So there's the championship group,
Mm-hmm.
there's the mid-am group, and then there's the numbered flights group, which is like handicaps of mine of like, let's just say 10 to 20 or whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the lowest. We're in the numbered flights. We've gotten mixed messages as to whether we can or can't use GPS. We just have not clarified yet, but we just want to pick your brain to see if you.
no.
Okay.
Because usually in like organized tournament, you can only use like your rangefinder. So
Okay.
you have, like, a
Oh.
rangefinder.
So we can use a rangefinder,
Yeah, as long as it doesn't have slope on it.
What does that mean?
meaning like uphill, downhill,
Elevation.
Oh, okay.
elevation. So we
Yeah,
need to
like,
get a
there's,
fucking
like, other stuff
rangefinder.
where
We have
it'll say like, oh, like you can, it like adds extra yardages by like
Yeah,
Mm.
that kind
downhill 30 yards.
So Jade has one we can borrow, right?
Yeah, but it's Alibaba. It's like it's we probably don't want to use that.
Hey,
one.
here's the deal. You're both hunters. Just go get a nice range.
I have my bow hunting rangefinder.
Yeah,
we can
use
just use
that.
that.
But
use that.
here's the thing.
Or go into a golf shop and be like, yeah, I lost my rangefinder. Like it's a Bridgestone or a Callaway. And then they'll show it to you and you'll be like, yep, that's the one.
Oh, like you're saying the lost and found.
Lost and found. Yep.
Genius.
And then what we'll
I have no idea how many people don't come pick up like the rangefinders. They just leave them.
I think a lot of people assume that someone picked it up and just kept it, you know?
Yeah, I have like 10 in my pro shop right now.
Yeah, can you mail us one
Can
by
you,
Monday?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking about. Can I like overnight one?
you can. We'll
Oh,
pay for the
we'll
overnight.
pay for it.
Okay, let's do it. I'll get it tomorrow and I'll overnight it.
Deal. Make
Yeah,
sure
we need it by Monday at 1:00.
Make sure it doesn't have slope though.
No slope.
Yeah. Yeah. That's mostly with like the watches and stuff that you get that has that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good to know. Tyler.
Next question. I have some etiquette questions. Like, glad you cleared up me standing behind him because that was one of my questions. Where do I stand?
What do I do with my hands?
What do the car handles real good.
What do I? I'm not sure what to do with my hand.
Yeah.
What do I do on the green? I don't bring the bag onto the green, right? I don't leave it on my back.
No. So the fringe
Mm-hmm.
is where you're gonna place the bag. So as long as it's not in the other person's line, that's where
Okay.
you're gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
Place.
Okay, so it can be on the fringe. Perfect.
Yes.
When
it can
when
be-
he's putting, do I go stand by the pin and pull the flag, or do I just set the flag down somewhere and let him go?
Okay. So. You're just like free bird.
She's like, these idiots.
I know.
So back in the old 2019 rules, you couldn't have the flag in when you were on the green, right?
Mhm.
That's the new rule, is that you can keep the flag in when you're putting on the green. So it's really up to him if he wants it in or out, or if he wants it tended, which is where you stand on the side where he's putting and not where the ball is.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And tend it for him and pull it out when the ball gets close. But it's really up to you guys if you want it in or out. And I would like ask your opponent on the green too.
Okay.
Because
Or
I
don't.
because
Or
I was
just ignore them completely.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna set the pin down in their line.
No, exactly.
And then just walk away.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, sorry. Can you grab that?
Make sure the bag's not in their line, because you'll get a penalty for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other things that we can do that would get us a penalty that we could?
Throwing a club at them. No, I'm just. Let's say you keep the bag on the fringe and they hit it, you're getting a penalty for that.
Okay.
For sure. If you're in the fairway and they hit their ball and it hits your bag, you'll get a penalty for that.
Okay.
What if it's on my back? What if I'm carrying it?
That's different.
Okay.
What if it hits Tyler in the head? Do they get a penalty for?
I will wear one
Concussing
for
the
the
caddy.
team.
Take as it lies.
If it hits me in any of my body parts, I'm kicking it
off
OB.
Frankenstein's fat foot.
How do I rake the sand correctly?
It depends on the type of sand.
There's different types of sand. Excuse me. What?
Yeah. So in
Holy
different parts of
shit.
the world, they bring in like different like types of sand. But for the most part, it's just like basic, like the raking side. You go back and forth and then smooth it out with the flat side.
Okay.
I've never done that before.
Because I will be honest, there are sand traps that I avoid raking.
Yeah. If it's really, really hard sand, I'll just kind of like kick in the spot where I hit the ball. Because you're not leaving footprints in the really hard sand in like some of the shittier courses.
Yeah.
Okay. Another order of operations question. Farthest out goes first, obviously, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Farthest out goes first.
What happens if we go out of order? Is it just like hey, don't do that? Or is it a penalty stroke?
No, that's fine. So a lot of times in tournaments too, we play ready golf. So it doesn't even matter. It's just whoever's ready.
Okay.
It speeds up the round, because it's not like, no offense, you guys aren't like PGA professionals. Like, it's not like.
Correct.
We know.
Yeah.
No offense taken whatsoever.
Yeah. So like a lot of times in our rounds, we just do whoever wants to go pretty much, and it speeds it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure. I would ask your opponents to be like, do you want to play ready golf or like etiquette furthest out?
Okay.
And they'll probably say ready golf.
Okay. And I think the Ranger has a reputation for kind of being a hard ass on pace of play too. So I think ready golf will probably be the move.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually it is, because especially if someone has like a long putting routine or something. Like I've played with girls who like I literally wanted to kill myself with their routines. Like it's you're still gonna shank it into the wood ton. Like it's just.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Hey, that's going to be my line. Like, hey, speed it up. You're going to hit it in the woods anyway. Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Yeah. So like a lot of times, like I'll just go while they're doing their routine, because I'm just like, I don't have time. I don't have the patience for this right now.
I feel that big time. Can you play music?
No.
Thank God.
Can you wear AirPods?
No.
Fuck.
Good.
I was gonna.
They actually ruled that as a way to, because you can play music that goes with your swing tempo.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can match your swing to the tempo of the music to improve.
What if we prove to them that Ryan's only listening to "Lose Yourself" by Eminem on repeat for 18 holes?
Mom spaghetti.
They might say yes. They actually might say yes to that. They might be like, for sure.
We got to hardball it. We got to get the fans to start singing "Lose Yourself."
Yes.
Because they won't let the pitcher wear his headphones.
Yep. Okay. All right. When I start playing bad, because there will come a point in time through 18 holes where I'm going to struggle. What's your best advice for Tyler to give to me in order to calm me down? Because I will need to be calmed down at some point. Is it you? And you can't drink on the course, correct?
It depends.
It's a gray area. Sounds like.
Let's bring booze just in case.
I mean, like, no offense. No, I don't know if I should say this, but like a lot of times in tournaments, like people will like go into the woods and like have a flask and like.
I believe it because not
Like,
a whole lot of
it's
people
all
play golf
tournament.
sober. Yeah.
Cody used to sneak cigarettes and
Well, cigars. I'm
Cigars.
classier than
Oh my God,
cigarettes.
I played with this girl. I literally kid you not. I played with this girl, and she would go into the woods and hit her jewel,
Fuck yeah.
and then like come out. And I like for the first couple of holes, I was like, "What is she doing?" Like she's just like going to the woods like a couple times during the hole. Like her ball's not there, and then it like I saw like a little bit of smoke like flutter out of the woods.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
she comes out going,
She was lighting some incense. What she was doing.
Yep.
yeah. I was like, "Okay, girl."
you got to get that Nick buzz for your fairway irons.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, just a little hype me up.
Okay. So anything Tyler needs to say to me specifically
I
to.
got to give you the jewel.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Just rip the jewel, you'll be good.
Okay.
We'll go get you a jewel.
Easy enough.
New idea. Maybe you wear a camelback, like a hiking thing.
Ooh.
Fill it full of bush light.
You know how warm and gross that would be from the heat of our backs?
Also, Cody, I can't remember last time I walked 18, so this is going to be a grind, especially if we can move to day 2. That's 36 holes in 2 days I would be walking.
And I got to carry your bag.
Yeah, but my bag isn't heavy.
You haven't been like training?
No.
No, I have been playing golf-wise, but in terms of like cardio-wise, I've not. I think I'm there. I think I'm fine.
I'm not.
I'll go into... I'll need some nutrition for sure.
I got a whole box of granola bars for him.
A whole box? Jesus.
Hey,
You should like switch it up. Not like he's gonna be like sick of like a granola bar.
Let me sick of the
tough
Cliff
shit. Bring
Cliff
your own
bars.
snacks, Ryan.
Well, you're fired then because I'm gonna pull a Bryson and just fire you.
Yeah, and then I'll call you an 8-year-old on live television.
Okay. Here's a good one. If I'm gonna be playing the right way, that's why we're on the podcast today. We want to make sure that we're within the rules. Is it? We can call other players on their bullshit, right? If someone is standing, okay, good. And who do we talk to about that?
Them.
Okay, not the ranger, not the.
Can't like. I guess yeah. Like I usually I just tell the girl straight up. Like I played with a tournament with a girl, and I guess she was like new coming in. It was like her first couple of tournaments, but like these girls have been playing for forever.
Yeah.
It's like you can know the rules if you're in college golf. Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody
We're
listening.
gonna be a couple Karens out there.
Yeah. She like improved her line and like stepped on the grass so she could like have her ball like sit up. And I was like, you can't do that. I like yelled at her. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you can't improve your lie. And she was like, hit her ball. And she's like, what did you say? I was like, you can't do that. I'm not going to penalize you, but like, you can't do that.
Like, knock that shit off. Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, like, sorry, like playing dumb. I was like, girl, I know you know. Shut up.
Tyler, think of the animosity between me and one other guy if we call him on their bullshit and get him a penalty stroke.
You stay out of it.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
All right.
If there's going to be any animosity.
Like, give them the penalty. Be like, straight up. Be like, you get a penalty stroke for that. Like, straight up.
Is there going to be a rules official on, not on every hole, but like every 9 or something?
Yeah. So if you have like, let's say you call someone out and they're like, no, that didn't happen. You're like, yeah, it did. They have to play 2 balls under the rule, like what F.1b or something like that, where they have to play 2 balls through the whole rest of the hole. So at the end, when you go to turn in your scorecard and you talk to them about the rules to the rules official people, that they can be like, oh, okay, you have to take the score on ball 1 or ball 2.
That would be, I'm going to name drop rule F.1b5.
Double check that.
Yeah.
The rules official is going to be like, we have literally no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, but I do. So.
Well,
I don't know what that is.
I'll talk to Maddie Pool and then they'll tell them and then she'll tell you that you're wrong. So you're supposed to be playing 2 balls.
Sir, this is a charity tournament. We don't care.
There's no charity going on in this
This is a-
tournament.
yeah.
Not for me. Who does the drop? So Ryan hits it in the water. Do I drop it for him or does he drop it?
No, he is strong.
Okay.
This is my caddy, everybody.
This is why you're here. You're here to help me. I don't know.
I'm trying not to laugh.
I'm a big fan of caddies. I'm not an experienced one.
Yeah. So he has to drop it from knee high.
Oh, I thought it was straight out.
No, so that's a part of the new rules.
Used to be. Yep.
And you can now ground your club in a hazard.
You
In
can.
a sand trap?
Not a sand trap.
Okay.
But
But,
red
like-
stake.
Yeah, red stake. You can ground your club now in the new rules.
Wait, so okay, elaborate on that. What's considered a hazard?
Anything behind the red stakes.
So anything
Right.
OB.
No, OB is
OB's
white.
white.
Okay.
White you can't hit from out of.
I'm gonna have all this on my hand.
Okay, so there's the red stakes that like line a pond, for instance.
Yes.
If you're outside the red stakes, you can ground your club.
No,
Yes.
inside or outside the red stakes. If your ball is hittable, you can ground your club.
Yeah. So like, okay, let's say you're
Right, just red stakes you can club.
There's red stakes and there's like a pond, okay? And there's mud and your ball's sitting up and you're like, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
I can hit that. You're 50 yards out. You're like, you know what? Yeah, that's all me. I'm the next Tiger Woods, and you decide to hit it. You can ground your club instead of like hovering it over and like trying to like fix your grip before you walk in and that kind of thing. So
I really want to get into a situation where I have to take my shoes off and shoes and socks. Think of the photo that would make.
Can I take pictures? I can't take my phone out.
no, you can't.
Son of a bitch.
Well, we're going to have someone there getting photos. It can't be Cody.
We'll get Matt, new guy. He has to come.
Okay. We'll get this all figured out. I would say step number 1, we could have ended this podcast in 5 seconds. We just need to get the rule book. That's what we need to do.
I'm not gonna read it.
I'm not. I will. I'll be up late the night before reading the rule book.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell your caddy how to
What's
caddy.
really funny? Oh my gosh, it's funny that you say that. My dad used to tell me when I was younger, like, you should really read the rule book, like, before you go to bed. Like, just read it.
You're living out his dream right now.
No.
If he listens to this and he heard you drop the F.1B, he'd be so proud of you right now.
There's some light bedtime reading. This rules.
All those late night readings.
Yeah. Yep. F.1B.
No, but you'll be a great caddy. You just need to have snacks, and
That's it.
yeah, that's just it, pretty much.
I might give you. I'll get a different snack besides granola bars, but you have to earn it.
Oh my
How do
gosh, I do that.
I actually don't mind that because I'm a big time, like, if I need to do something to get something else, I will do it.
What's your favorite candy?
Sour candy of any sort.
Okay, I'll have a bag of sour Skittles that you can only get if you earn it.
Okay.
Like, if he makes a par or birdie, like a par, he gets like 1. If he gets a birdie, he gets like 2.
Yeah.
If you eagle a hole, I'll give you a whole handful.
Hell yeah.
It's just leftover pasta in Tupperware containers and milk. Warm milk and pasta. That'll keep you going.
What's the most unique snack that you've ever brought or been given on a course?
Fireball? No.
Well,
No. I don't know. I usually just go with like the basic, like, actually. So
Here
we
we
had a tournament. And they gave us wraps, which is like, okay, whatever. But it was the lettuce from like the lettuce outbreak.
Oh, the E. coli was
no.
Everybody got sick.
Oh man.
On the course?
No, like right after. Like literally like right after, like an hour after, and everybody was gonna like go out together as a team, and everybody got fucking so sick.
Ugh.
Damn.
Can you imagine? Like, they're trying to do a nice thing and make it original. Like, we'll get them wraps. It's different than sandwiches. It's different than hot dogs.
Quirky, know.
Yeah. Look at us. We're neat. We're special. Just kidding. Here's some E. coli.
Oh my gosh. It literally makes me want to throw up. Every time we go to that course now, we're like, don't eat the lettuce. Don't eat the food.
I do think we need to bring some Pop-Tarts.
You got to earn it.
Okay. No, I'll earn 1 Pop-Tart with first birdie.
This is what I do with.
Cutie oranges.
Okay.
That's a good one too.
Those are so good.
You're going to have to clear out a full pocket in your bag for snacks.
But you have to peel it for me because I'm not getting my hands
Okay, I'll use a
And he has to feed
tee.
it to you while you line up your putt.
You have to feed it to me. Yep. But not behind me. You have to be to the side.
Here you go, Ryan.
Okay.
Baby bird
Here you
style.
go.
There's a lot to cover. I think we've covered it all. I need you to remember all this
I got it locked in.
Okay, good.
And we have it recorded. So
because we need to, if we got to call some bullshit, we got to call some bullshit. That's just like, that's the name of the game. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a prick out there, but I'm also trying to win, you know? It may sound like we are so unprepared, Maddie, but don't worry. I've been sleeping on this for the last 6 months. We're ready to go.
I haven't lost a minute of sleep.
Okay. One piece of advice for me.
Well, reading that rule book at night is better.
I know. F.1B. Get it.
F.1B.
Oh God.
Write it on your hand.
It could be like this literally and what
We don't have a shot book. We don't have GPS. We don't have booze. We don't have.
We're going to have a rangefinder. We don't need
I
it.
think that you need to take a water bottle and just like put some vodka in there and put like the Mio.
Like a
stuff in there.
vodka water. Yep.
And
Vodka
then just
tonic.
be like, nah, this is like my water, like my flavored water.
Yeah, and you can't try it because COVID.
Yeah.
Right?
It's daddy's
And
swinging juice.
we're passing it back and forth.
We've been quarantining together, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Maddie, one piece of advice for me as a first-time tourney golfer. What do you got?
Well, I will say the first hole you're gonna shit yourself.
I know. I'm very aware of that. Yep.
You're gonna get up to the tee box and like, I like my hands shake every tournament, the first tee box still to this day. Like I'm shaking and it's like a blackout moment, like hitting my first tee. So you're gonna be nervous, but once you get past that first tee box, it's gonna be perfectly fine as long as you don't beat up yourself too much. Golf is not a game of perfect, so don't try to be perfect, or you're gonna end up shooting 113. So.
Tyler, I need you to crack some good jokes because I need you to just lighten the mood a little bit.
You hate my jokes, so.
No, I'll laugh though. I'll laugh automatically.
All right.
Really? That would make you laugh? I feel like if somebody made a joke to me when I was playing bad, I'd be like, hit him with a club.
But it loosens me up, and that's what I need.
You know
Otherwise,
what? I need to not talk shit to the other golfers. I need to talk shit to you.
maybe that's the move. Maybe that's the move right there.
I'm going to threaten to caddy for someone else if you play bad.
Okay.
Ooh.
Deal. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like the other guy's like, hey, I like the snacks that you got. You want to come over to my side?
Yeah. And I'm going to leave the bag with you, take the snacks, and jump ship.
And then I'm going to be standing on top of the podium with my middle fingers up, pointing your direction.
I'm going to be giving the other golfer all your sour Skittles.
There you go, man. Nice birdie.
Yeah. Here's a sour Skittle for you.
Hey, good job, buddy.
Yeah. But Maddie, we're definitely gonna need that rangefinder. So let me know what the cost is for overnight shipping. And yes, we'll get that done.
Yeah, I'll definitely go and I'll get it. It's a Callaway one. I know exactly the one that's sitting in the pro shop right now.
Hell yeah.
A nice Callaway rangefinder. It's been there for like months. I found Louis Vuitton sunglasses too.
Damn.
Nobody came back for them.
I used to work at a gym, and our rule was 1 month unclaimed and lost and found. It was fair game for the employees.
Hell yeah. So you had that on your calendar. You're 30 days from now.
Yep. I set it to the side. Like, hopefully no one sees this. This is mine.
On Instagram with Louis Vuitton glasses. Don't say. Mind your own damn business.
Maddie, anything you want to plug? Anything you're working on? You want the listeners to go check out?
Yeah, come check out my Instagram, official Maddie Pool. Come check out the Caddy Girls, my amazing job at the Caddy Girls on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. It's pretty much the only social media I use now.
Sweet.
Everyone.
I'm okay this semester, so catch me on my Instagram traveling and doing my tournaments, and I'll be keeping it updated.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Hey, I have an offer that I haven't talked to Ryan about yet.
Ooh.
Now that athletes can be sponsored, do you want to be the first and only official breakfast ball college
Fuck
athlete?
yeah.
Yes!
We got one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ink on the paper.
Shut up!
You're in.
No way!
We'll send you. The towel is already on its way. We'll get a polo and a hat out the door too, because I don't know what it takes to be a breakfast ball athlete.
I don't either. I don't think anyone knows.
That's step one.
Miles is gonna be pissed. She's on the payroll.
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
We'll need a W9.
No,
There's a
I
W9.
have killed you guys. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I'll make you proud.
Welcome to the team. Thanks for being my caddy coach. We appreciate it. Everybody go check out official Maddie Pool and at the Caddy Girls are doing good stuff. Go listen to the last episode that Maddie was on. She was with her boss, Megan. They talked about the Caddy Girls and what they're all about. So go check that out. Everyone give her a follow. Maddie, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you shoot low. And
Sub 80. We're going 79.
If you don't, no Skittles.
My money is on 5 over.
I agree.
That's
like
what
that.
I said. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I said.
Yeah.
We're shooting even.
Yeah. We're going to. Okay. Before we go here. All right. I shoot one really good round in the summer, dynamite round.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't shot that yet.
No better time.
So it's still out there, baby. It's still waiting.
Don't let it be in qualifying. Let it be like round 3.
We just got to get past step 1 first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Gotta
do it.
get in.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, Maddie. We'll give you an update when the tournament's over. And welcome to the squad.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Woo, 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 woo.
Ryan, you were absolutely on fire at the Pine to Palm for the first 3 holes.
What an absolute disappointment after the first 3 holes.
Hey, first 3 holes. So we're playing with some guys that were pretty good. You were top dog after 3 holes. Everyone's like, all right, Ryan is the guy to beat.
And that's funny you say that because I knew at one point we were going to get into some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's golf, man.
Mhm.
That's golf. And I'm kind of following like the championship leaderboard today, like the top group.
Mhm.
And there's guys hitting doubles. There's guys hitting triples. So they make mistakes too. I just knew we were going to get into a situation like that. It just happened. It happened too early. I think if we
did.
could have squeezed it out a little bit more with a couple pars, maybe a bogey mixed in, we would have been fine.
You want to explain to people what happened? So Ryan,
I want to explain to people hole 1, shot 1.
a hole 1, shot 1 was your best shot of the entire day.
So we started this page, Breakfast Ball, based off of like, getting into the course early, no warm up. We're just going to see where that first one goes. And if we need a second shot, if we need that breakfast ball, we'll take it off the first tee.
Didn't need it.
So I was hitting 3 in the lineup. I was, bet they put the best hitter at number 3 in baseball. So classic. I'm trying to think. First guy tees off, second guy tees off. Can't remember where those went, somewhere. And then I'm up, and my legs, they're feeling heavy.
Were they a little shaky? Knees a little shaky?
Not really shaky, just heavy.
Were your knees weak? Your arms maybe just a little bit heavy?
Well, my arms were sweaty.
No, your palms. Your
Mom's spaghetti.
palms were sweaty with mom's spaghetti.
My palms and my arms were sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
That joke will never get old.
I was nervous, but on the surface, I was like calm and ready to drop bombs.
But people keep on forgetting.
What I wrote down, the whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking now. The
Okay.
clock's run out.
We've gone too far.
Okay, so I get up to the tee box, Tyler, and I'm thinking Osage National, baby.
Yep.
Where we were absolutely piping drives.
You were hitting your drives perfectly straight.
Yes. And I get up there, get in a position, and I absolutely demolished the ball.
I was like, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be easy.
Started off on the left side of the fairway. Nice, beautiful fade right to the middle. And then we get up there, and one of the guys, Nolan, he's like, hey, I think this is your ball. And it wasn't the farthest one. I'm like, no, man, that's your ball.
Yeah.
My ball's up there. You go ahead and hit.
And that was his second shot.
Yeah, that was the second, because he went 3-wood off. He went hybrid right away.
Yep. And duffed.
Duffed it.
But then he didn't duff the rest of the day. He was a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, he was solid. He beat me by 2.
Yeah.
And then I put one probably within 20 feet off the second shot, and then 2 putted for par, which is beautiful. Like, great start, right? And then hole 2, the slice started to come out a little bit more. Like, I ended up on the right side of the fairway, or right side of the rough. Still not a bad shot. We could play out of it. I ended up bogeying that hole, and then the next hole, par again.
Easy par. It was like textbook par.
Yeah.
On and 2 putt for par.
So we're 1 over through 3, and I'm pumped. I'm like, I was dialed into the point where like, this is tournament golf right here. I'm not playing with my buddies anymore because it's a different atmosphere. So then we get up to hole 4, and I do have a caddy. Remember this, okay?
Yes, he did.
So it's a quick dog leg left. Like you could go, it's 200 to the cut, so you could go like 4 or 5 iron, playing it safe, and then a straight shot to the green.
Yeah, and then you got about 130, 150 yard shot maybe from that turn.
Yeah,
to the green.
Okay, and then after the first and second holes, third holes, the drive is feeling good.
Yeah,
it's feeling pretty good. I just need to come through a little bit sooner, get rid of that slice. So I pull out the driver. Everyone's else got an iron, and it's kind of an alpha thing to have a driver on the tee box when everyone else has an iron. Because they're like, what the fuck's this guy doing? You know,
No laying up.
Like, I'm like, you just wait. How many times did I tell you, Tyler, we're not here to fucking lay up. We're here to go for it.
Yeah. But it was
so we went for it.
It was a dog leg hard left, and you slice right. And I was like, Ryan, maybe grab your 3-wood for this.
You did tell me to grab my 3-wood. And we'll get to the 3-wood here in a second. But I lined up directly at the trees. I teed it up a little higher. I swung, I hit the tree, it dropped straight down
20 yards in front of us.
20 yards from the tee box.
It almost hit the push cart.
It almost hit the push cart because we left the push cart on the cart path and then walked over to the tee box. And I'm like, okay, it's happening. It's happening, Tyler. This is the hole. We just need to escape here with at least a single or double bogey. My next shot, try to punch out, hit another tree. Okay. Well, hey, there's still hope. If we can get a good punch out, we can.
Because it was a
up and over for a single.
It was a
bogey.
par 5, right? Or was that a 4?
I think it was a 4. Okay. Next punch out, same club. I just walk right up to it. I'm pissed off at this point. Chunk. Okay. Well, we're shooting 4 and we're still 150 out.
Yep.
So we got a lot of work to do. But there's always that thought in the back of your mind that's like, I can stick this one tight. If I stick this tight, I can 1-putt. So there's always hope there in tournament play. I couldn't tell you what happened on the next 5 shots because I hit an 8 on that hole. I quadruple bogeyed.
I know what happened.
Well, I think I 3-putted, didn't I?
So your second shot, you punched out, you hit a tree again.
Yep.
Your third shot, you're still in the trees. You punch out, you hit a third tree in a row, but it bounced out into the open.
Correct. Yep.
So you were out of the trees.
Finally.
And then you tried to chip on, but you left it short.
Okay.
And you chipped onto the fringe, and then you putted off the fringe and then missed again. And then, so you technically 1-putted.
Okay.
Because you were putting off the fringe doesn't technically count.
Gotcha.
So then you ended up with an 8.
And then the wheels started falling off. Not completely, but for how I was playing, the wheels were falling off at that point.
Yeah, the worst you did from there on out the rest of the day, I think you only got one more double bogey.
Yeah, and then otherwise, I birdied 1. I parred
several.
Yeah, probably 6 or 7, and I doubled maybe 1. But it's weird because the farther you get into the 18 holes, it's like, why can't I just mirror what happened on hole number 1? Why can't I play that shot every time?
You weren't nervous enough.
No, and we were like, it made me feel like we were golfing with the guys again, which was fine. But that's when I start to play. That's when I start to not care as much.
Yeah.
And I wanted to care more because I wanted to qualify.
Right. Well, so you shot a 44 on the front and a 40 on the back. So you're at 84. And what the group told us is that 85 is usually the number every year to qualify. And that all depends on how good the golfers are each year. So like it could be an 82 or it could be an 87, depending on the year.
Yep.
So you're right there. You're right at it. You should be able to check on your phone where you're at.
I'm tied for 56th.
Still?
Yeah.
That's where you were yesterday.
Yeah, I'm still
qualifying done?
It's got to be done.
It's done. You're in.
So
you're fucking in.
We're golfing Thursday.
We're golfing Thursday, Ryan. In preparation for this, we got to celebrate.
Ooh!
There it is. I got it's the varsity peppermint schnapps.
Hell yeah.
Not the JV shit.
And we did hit 1 birdie and it was fucking beautiful, Tyler. Can you explain the birdie on that? It was right after the par 3 on the front 9. So the front 9 for us was the back 9.
Yeah,
actually,
we started on hole 10.
So par 4.
It was the par 4. It was it hole 1 or 2?
It wasn't. No, it was like hole 4. Huh. So remember?
Oh yeah, when you had to play off the turf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just a pretty much straight shot par 4, like 280. Ryan hitting his wicked slice all day. You hit a bomb, but
absolute
it's
piss missile.
sliced into the woods, and we're like, oh God, we're in some tree trouble. We walk over there, and there's like this weird, hard patch of grass in the middle of the woods that is almost like the turf we have as the backdrop.
It wasn't real grass.
It's like somebody had fucked up there. There's like a sprinkler head under it or something, and somebody put turf down.
But it was also the size of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing ever.
And Ryan was right on the edge of it. So it was actually a pretty good lie. And he had to go through some trees and over the sand to get to the green.
So why it was in the woods?
Yeah.
Why was it there?
We don't know.
We don't know.
There was no other grass around it?
No, it was
No.
pretty much like woods dirt with like some thin grass mixed in. So I think somebody either had to like dig it up there. There's like a sprinkler or something that they had to cover.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
So Ryan, he has to go over the sand, through the trees to get on the green. He does it. He hits the fringe and it rolls like 2 feet to the pin. Taps in for birdie. Smooth sailing the rest of the day. I think maybe 1 bogey the rest of the day.
Well, I hit 4. I would have hit 5 bogeys. I hit 5 bogeys on the front 9 again, which is our back 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit 5 bogeys. I hit the birdie, so I was essentially 4 over, par 36, and I knew going into the second 9, I had to shoot a 40.
Yep.
Had to shoot a 40. And we still got into some trouble on the back, but oddly enough, we were able to work our way out of that. We were able to scramble out because my 56-degree wedge from 20 yards and in, the amount of 1 putts I had from 2 feet out were unbelievable.
The back 9 chipping was right on.
That's what saved us the
Yep.
whole day. Otherwise, I shot at 87, 89 probably. So
Oh, dude, your putting though.
how many?
Your putting was fucking something to watch. I swear to God.
And it wasn't bad because I only 3-putted 1 time.
Yeah, the one time he stuck it on the green on a par 3 and then
3-putted.
promptly 3-putted. I thought you were going to 4-putt.
Which right there, Tyler, my second putt was 2 feet.
Yeah,
and I fucking missed
and
it.
you sent it 3 feet
Yes.
past the hole. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to fucking 4-putt.
Yeah.
And I was like looking, Jared was there with the camera and I was looking at him. I was like, 4-putt's going to be bad for the team.
Yeah.
Like morale will be low.
Had I made that 3-putt, or had I made a 2-putt on that par 3, 83 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Had I just bogeyed hole number 4, where I hit a snowman, take 3 strokes off, 80.
Yep.
I'm shooting the absolute best round of my life.
Right.
I shot an 80.
That one hole, I think, is what held you back. Big
It was.
time.
Yeah, and it happened early, so that was like in the back of my head.
Your putting though, you missed so many like 15 to 20 footers by like a centimeter,
Yeah.
and it was frustrating.
The greens were tough, man.
The whole first 9 that we played, you and I kept over analyzing the line.
I know.
We're like, it's just a hair to the right, it's just a hair right to left, it's just a hair left to right. Aim a little bit, and then it would go dead fucking straight. And then the back 9 that we played, we were like, it's every time we think it's a hair, it's always straight.
go
So
straight
just
at it.
hit straight, and then it was a hair.
I know.
It's like we're bad caddying.
And no one else was putting well either, though.
That's
The
true.
greens were tough, but the greens are fast, and I like that because
Yep.
then I don't want to play a slow green because then if the next green happens to be playing a little faster, I'm going to push it way past.
Right.
So at the end, I had the 84 in my head when I sunk my last putt on 18. And I didn't know for sure though. It was either 84 or 85. And then we went to the scorebook, which another guy of ours was keeping. And 84 popped up and I'm like, fucking cool, baby. Let's go. We're coming back Thursday. That's huge.
How did you like playing with the other guys?
So I want to get into that a little bit. I want to talk about tournament golf in general because this is the first time we've ever done this, Tyler.
Yeah, like legit tournament golf.
Legit tournament golf. We are the elite of the elitist 4-man scramble golfers. 4-man scrambles are the absolute best. If you've never played in one, just go online and search Fargo, North Dakota scramble tournaments, whatever. Just
Anything.
go find
a
one.
scramble.
There's so many. There's
Yeah.
at least one every weekend.
Yes.
Right.
Go enter into one of those. Get 3 buddies. That's the kind of golf I like to play. Tournament golf is, I'll be honest, it's not nearly as fun
No.
as our typical round of golf. Whether, I golfed the best round of my life, which is an 84, sadly to say. But it still doesn't beat shooting an 89 with the boys.
No, I'm with you. The scramble is so much more fun.
Yeah.
Did the other guys have caddies?
No,
I think
I was the only one.
I think I was the only caddy in the entire numbered flights.
No, because when we were driving by, going up to the course, there were guys on the green. There were 6 guys on the green at one point. There's only groups of 4, so other people did have caddies.
But there were more than numbered flights were playing yesterday. There was amateurs and seniors also playing.
I mean, but still.
Yeah, I mean, a caddy at an event like this is not normal, but
for the championship, everyone will have a caddy.
really,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
actually,
Yep.
Yeah.
that really surprises me.
Yep. At least, especially if you qualify, like the championship guys that qualify will for sure have a caddy.
Really?
Yep.
Well, and we went into this thing.
Also, caddying fucking sucks.
Yeah. How was that?
Okay.
It was
hot.
Let
it was
me
hot yesterday.
Let's dive into this, Tyler. We overthought this tournament so much.
Oh my god.
Especially the qualifying round.
Yes.
We drank 3 or 4 beers on the course. When we saw one guy drinking beers, we were like,
Oh
yeah, let's go
drink.
get some beers. We can drink beer. And so we had probably 3 or 4 beers. Because it was so hot out, they were piss warm immediately.
Yeah. If you didn't drink your beer in the first half a hole, it was literally piping hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a couple beers. And then 2 of the other guys we played with, which we did not know about this, they were riding in a cart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I asked Grandpa Dave if we could ride in a cart, and he said, no, that's only for seniors.
So we went into the tournament thinking Tyler was gonna have to carry my bag, and the whole time we stressed out because I used to have this cart bag, which was massive.
Mm-hmm.
It had to have been 45 pounds. And we're like, oh, geez, Tyler, this is going to be tough, man. You're going to have to carry this bag for 18 holes. And we're not even conditioned to walk 18 holes with no bag on our backs. And then it turned into, all right, well, we can use push carts. So we brought the push cart in a little bag. And we're like, all right, this is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out we can have a cart. So if we get a cart Thursday,
I'm never
you're
caddying
basically
again
just
without
going to
a
be,
cart.
you're basically just going to be riding along.
Yeah.
Is what's going to happen.
Pretty much. I'll still help a little.
Yeah, no, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You gave me a couple good tips, a couple I didn't listen to, a couple I should have listened to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was just nice to have some familiar faces around the course just to like keep me loosey-goosey.
Yeah, and I think especially for like putting at least, just having the line you have in your head confirmed
Yeah.
or disputed helps. You just like a second set of eyes to be like, oh yeah, it is a little left to right here.
Yeah.
Or having a set of eyes like, no, I think it's straight, or like just to check, you know?
Yeah. And what was interesting too was like we were helping the other guys out with their lines.
They were
like,
cool.
Yeah, they were great to golf with.
Yeah, which I tried talking shit right away, but they were too nice.
I know.
Also, Ryan got mad at me one time because I let a guy putt again because there was a legitimate fucking car accident that happened right next to the green.
Right next to us.
This guy was putting and some old man ran over like this little yellow stake.
It was a big yellow stake. It was probably 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, and like it was steel. So he runs over this metal stake, bends it over, but then it gets caught under his car, rips his back bumper off.
Yeah.
And this is going on in this dude's backswing putting. And I was like, you can putt that again, dude. There was old man literally just ran into a fucking sign right behind you and caused a giant ruckus. And then he sunk his 10-foot putt on the second try.
He barely missed the first one.
Oh,
and then they gave him another putt, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say, yeah, go ahead and putt again, man.
Ryan looks at me, he's like, what the fuck, dude?
Hey,
I was like, hey, there
you
was
know
a car accident behind him.
He beat me by 2 strokes. Had he...
He'd still beat you by 1.
I know, but I'd rather get beat by 1 than 2.
What would you have done if that was during your putt? You'd have been
I
like,
probably would have missed it anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
you might have made the second one.
I'm so dialed in. I don't even hear outside noise.
Everyone in the group except for Ryan was like, yeah, dude, putt it again.
I didn't say anything. I wasn't going to give him that. He was too good.
And then the old guy drove off.
Yeah, he was...
We were like,
Just left.
We were like yelling. I'm like, hey. His bumper was dragging on the ground, just drives off.
Yeah, he wanted to get as far away from humans as possible so he could then go look at his bumper.
I was gonna say like an embarrassed thing.
Yes.
Probably.
Just left.
Yeah, because he knew it was loud, dude. We were probably 30, 40 yards away, and it was loud.
Oh, that's
He knew.
terrible.
But yeah, the tournament format, I like it, and I'm excited for Thursday.
I think match play will be more
match
fun.
play. But yeah, it doesn't beat a 4-man scramble or just a regular round of 18
No.
with the boys. What really kicked our ass was we were not conditioned to walk 18.
No, and it was also 900 degrees out, and
Yeah.
I'm moving, so all of my shoes are packed away except for like 2 pairs.
Yep.
So I had to wear these. I have so many blisters on my feet, dude.
Oof.
I have like 2 on each heel.
Yep.
My toes have blisters on them because the shoes are like not pointed, but they're a little skinnier in the front.
Yeah.
So like all of my toes have blisters in between them from rubbing on each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I have probably legitimately 8 to 9 blisters on my feet.
You need to get a hoverboard or a 1-wheel, so you don't have to walk a single step.
There were so many hills there though.
You know
they can conquer hills, Tyler.
Okay.
You know how sore your legs would be riding a 1-wheel around all day?
Yeah, that would be
Just
tough.
balancing yourself.
I'm just gonna
all
get my
day.
bike. I'm gonna ride my bike next time.
Little trailer.
When we got into
Yep.
the car after yesterday's round, and even when I got into bed that night, my legs have not felt like that in a long time.
Right. The hips are
Hips
real
were
tight.
bad.
Yeah.
But I woke up this morning. I didn't feel too bad this morning. So
Yeah, same. Just the only thing that's bugging me now are the blisters.
Yeah.
I'm barefooting it all day in the office.
which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I go barefoot all the time. It's
Yeah.
like shoes just restrict
I'm
the free flow of your feet.
currently not wearing shoes in the middle of this podcast.
I can smell them, Tyler.
Yeah.
I can smell 'em.
I don't care what anyone says today. I'm not putting shoes on.
So here's what's going to be interesting about Thursday. I was 13 over, and the guy who won the division, which is, again, this is the lowest division,
Mm-hmm.
he was 1 under.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
What are you doing, my guy?
He should be at least in the unless he just like is probably like a 79 usually. Had the best round of his
could
life.
have. Yeah.
You know?
He very well could have.
And maybe he's a lefty and he plays a fade, or like, because there was a lot of dog leg lefts.
Yeah, it definitely catered to lefties.
Yes.
For sure.
Or righties with a hook.
Yeah. What's going to be interesting about Thursday, though, is, all right, so the drives were más o menos. They were okay all day. It was probably like 40, 60. 40, I was going to put it on the fairway. 60, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm. And that's probably generous, Ryan.
Yeah, probably. The chips were phenomenal.
They were on.
So come Thursday, this is just part of being a 13 over golfer. Something different is going to be on Thursday.
Right.
My chipping is going to be off. So we need to figure out how to minimize whatever is off so we can get to what is on.
Mm-hmm. No,
So-
I'm with you 100%.
I'm going to hit the range probably today and tomorrow. I'm going to figure some shit out. I'm going to get another lesson tomorrow. No, I'm not getting another lesson tomorrow.
Thank you.
Let me tell you one thing.
Don't take another lesson.
The lesson helped me. It definitely helped me.
No, it didn't.
No, it did.
You
It
kept
did.
thinking about it. You told me halfway through the round that you shouldn't have got lessons.
Yes, but the lesson helped me. I just need more time to implement
Yes.
what I learned in the lesson instead of 5 days.
So let's just completely forget about the lessons. That money's gone. It's fine.
But I also shot the best round I've shot this year, 84.
Yeah, I just don't believe that. It felt like you golfed so much worse.
I know.
Which is weird.
Yes. But I mixed in enough pars to keep me there,
Yeah.
you know?
God, dude, if you didn't just blow up on the one hole, we'd have been laughing.
Yeah.
You've been top 20.
Yep, we would have.
It's fucked.
Had I not hit that 8, say we shaved 3 strokes off that hole, I'd have been top 30 instead of top 60.
Yeah.
That's what separated those
Yep.
30 places. The lesson definitely screwed me.
Mm-hmm.
But now we know how to play the course.
Right.
We had never played the back 9 before.
Mm-hmm.
Got out of there with a 44. Not great. I mean, I think that was 9 over.
So how do you feel about laying up a few more times?
Oh, I'm fine with it.
Because your 160 in irons and wedges were great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were awesome. What are you talking about?
He was going to say atrocious.
No, they were good.
I was going to say
You only had to
atrocious.
hit it like 4 times because most of the times we were punching out from the woods.
True.
So every time you hit it, you stuck it on the green.
Yeah. Let's talk about this scenario, Tyler. So it was hole number 6 on the front. No, sorry.
Was it the first?
Oh, it was a par 5. It was a par 5. It was hole 3.
Oh yeah, when the disappearing ball act.
The disappearing ball act. And this is where things get a little bit dicey. because-
We don't know. We might have cheated. We don't know.
No, we didn't cheat, Tyler. We have confirmed there's 2 factors that confirm that we did not cheat. So there's a tight fairway, probably 260, 270 out from the tee box. There's water on both sides. So you either need to lay up at like 200, 220, or you absolutely need to go for it.
No, dude, it was like 275 to the other side of the water. So if you just didn't want to worry about the water, you had to hit your driver real well and real straight.
And if I see anything under 300 past the water,
gonna go for
I'm
it.
going for it 100% because I know I can fly 300 if I really get into one. But when I try and really get into one is when I leave myself open and I slice the ball to the right. So the typical balls that I'm hitting is the Titleist Pro V1, not to brag. Had to look like a tournament golfer, so I had to get nice golf balls.
Oh my God.
You should have used the Wilsons.
They say auto owners insurance or home heritage, like home
Not a
heritage
sponsor.
something. Not a sponsor at all. I just had a box of these balls from wherever. So I grabbed a new box of balls, the same box as these other auto owners insurance box came from, or different box, but like they came together. So I'm like, Tyler, we need to go. Like, I'm going to stay here in case I have to drop. And I need you to go. He
shanked it way right. He sliced it right. And so it was either in the water, over the water, or right in front of the water.
So I'm like, I'm going to stay here in case I need to drop because we get 3 minutes to look for a ball. And I'm not going to walk all the way around the pond and all the way back just to hit when I could just stay here.
Which falls to the role of the caddy.
So I say, Tyler, go look for this ball.
Yes.
And he finds one.
If Pro V1, Titleist 2, which is what he was hitting, but it didn't say shit about auto owners or any home heritage stuff. So I'm like, Ryan, I don't think it's your ball.
Before we got up to this spot, there's a spotter there. And I walk up to him, I say, hey, do you see anything lying in the water? Because no one else went in that water. So if he saw something hit the water, it was me. If he didn't, there's hope. Okay. So we go up to him. He's like, no, sorry, I didn't see anything hit the water. And it's like, okay, well, let's go look. Let's do our due diligence. So Tyler walks around, he finds a ball, and he says, there's no logo on it. And I go, fuck, that means we're in the water.
Out loud.
And then I look into my bag and I put the balls from this box in a specific pocket with nothing else in it. These are Tourney balls. I start looking through these balls. There's no logo on any of them.
No way.
There's no auto owner's insurance.
No,
that's great, Cody.
No, I know,
but it's
like,
so
that's
awkward.
Confusing.
Oh, it's
Yes.
very confusing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we've been yelling at each other from across this pond. And they're like, it doesn't
Tyler!
say auto owners. It can't be yours.
It's got to be. He just said he didn't see anything out there. It has to be mine.
And then we were like talking about this, and we've said auto owners 100 times.
Yeah.
Well, even just not knowing your ball in general
I know,
in a
it's
tournament
bad.
is
Yeah.
dicey.
I need to get a Sharpie and mark it up.
Right. I'm going
Mark
to
it.
draw something on it.
Okay. Don't draw anything inappropriate.
We'll see.
Oh, I don't care. So I look into my bag, and the other two guys had laid up, but they shanked it the same way. They just didn't get to the water. And I look in my bag. I'm like, Tyler, there's no logo on all my other balls. There's no logo. So like, that's got to be my ball. And we're like, well, what do you guys think? And they're like, well, they didn't really confirm or deny, like, hey, you got to drop, whatever. So I just go around and hit it. And because no other ball in my bag had a logo, and the spotter said he didn't see anything in the pond, that was my ball.
It had to have been your ball, but it was an awkward situation because we were yelling about this logo on there that just happened to not be on it.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
So that was on me that I did not do my due diligence and checking all my balls to make sure I knew what I was hitting. So let me go up to this ball, and there's fucking trees all over in front of me. But there is a gap.
A big one. Like, not a big one, but like probably like an 8-foot gap that if Ryan hits it straight, it's going to go through that gap and back out in the fairway.
Yes. I can't hit a 50-yard wide green or fairway, but I think I can make it through an 8-foot gap through 50,000 trees. Right? That's every golfer.
Like
works.
In my mind, I was like, this is the only option you have, Ryan. Go for it. It's not going to work, but go for it.
So I went for it. It did not go through that line. It went through a different line.
A 3-foot gap
And
way to the
fucking-
right.
right up to the green, baby. And this is a par 5, remember? So that's shot 2. So then I got chipped down and 2-putted for par.
Yep. You made par. And after like if I was those guys, I'd be like, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
First of all, it wasn't his ball. Second of all, he got through these trees somehow. Luckily, we got it on camera, so it's legit.
It was my ball though.
I know, but in their minds, what if you were them? What would you think? You'd think
Like
that the
this-
caddy walked over there alone and dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then they're like arguing about it to make it look like it's more realistic and whatever.
Yeah.
But how was that? How was it having a couple guys filming you following around? Did they think that was weird?
No, they were all
They were
chill.
cool about it. They knew about the page. Like one of them I had actually met like in my backyard at one point.
Oh,
I just
really?
didn't recognize him because he had golf clothes on. Yeah. So I'd met one of the guys. The other guy was a friend of his who's also a friend of my neighbor's. So I like had that connection, whatever.
So,
And
like-
the other kid was, we won't get into that because
Yeah.
that's incrimination.
Yes.
The other kid, he was from the cities, and he claims that. All right, Nolan, if you're listening, I'm calling you out, my guy.
There's no fucking way you've
He
only been
said
golfing
he's been
for
playing
2
golf
years.
for 2 years, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Is he really good?
He made some mistakes, but he also scrambled well.
He's
He
a
shot
good
82.
golfer. Nice
Yeah.
swing. Yep. I think if he's legitimately only been golfing for 2 years, he'll win the Pine to Palm in 10 years probably.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That good?
He's good. He shot an 82, and if you shoot an 82 only 2 years into your golf career, that's pretty good.
Tyler, I also want to talk about another shot.
And he's young.
So we talked about the 3-wood leading up to the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We had 14 clubs in our bag. We needed 13, which didn't say in the rules anywhere that you could only have 13
It's
clubs.
USGA rules.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one. So we needed to take a club out, and apparently I had 5 wedges in my bag,
5 fucking wedges with 2 sand wedges.
but all of them serve their own purpose.
Jake's was claiming yesterday that you had his 3-wood. Is that
I did.
true?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yep.
did?
He said I could use it.
Well,
he-
he was complaining about it all day yesterday when we were golfing.
It wouldn't have
not-
mattered. It's
not
Jake's
surprising.
dog shit.
Jake just hit sub 100 the other day. A 3-wood's not going to make him shoot sub 90.
Well, I will say this. He did have maybe one shot that didn't go out of bounds yesterday, so I don't think the 3-wood was what did it in.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm going to talk to him about that after this. That's bullshit that he's claiming that. Whatever. So we got a short par 4, and what I was worried about is how I was going to play the short par 4s, and I think we played them pretty well, Tyler.
Mhm.
So pull the 3-wood out, and these other guys have irons. I'm like, fuck you guys, I'm going for it. Okay, sand trap in the front of the green. So I hit the 3-wood, and
You've been pushing or slicing everything right all day long.
I topped/yanked this 3-wood straight down the tee box. Luckily, I do not have a membership at this course, but it was graceful enough to give me a member bounce.
It went
a little
so far
out.
left,
Went so far left. A little
Off
bit
the path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but it hit a tree and dropped straight down, so he was still right there with a good line to the green.
Yeah. So we're punching out at this point, and the punch out was absolutely atrocious. I don't know what was going on with punch outs. It's not hard. It's a fucking 50% swing, wrists ahead of the club, so it stays low, and it was bad. Okay. So I hit another chip, and chipping's been good all day. And I'm like, I hit it. I'm like, gotta go. Sand, right in the sand, rolls right in. Like, oh God, Tyler, I haven't hit out of the sand all day. I don't know what to do. But here's the new approach to the sand. The other guys were taking half a gallon of sand up with them every time they hit it out.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time I hit out of the sand, when I actually chipped in out of the sand, I basically just lifted it out. I didn't take any sand with me. I'm like, I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it 2 inches from the pin.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you just go in? Just go in for par.
Well, just don't put it in the sand.
I wasn't trying to.
I mean, it seemed like it.
I
You hit
wasn't
right
trying
in the
to.
middle of it.
But also, that shot saved
Save
1,
bogey.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, saved bogey for me. So that was great.
Save bogey after your 60-yard drive.
Yeah, and if you would have thought I'd brought that 3-wood out again just to try it one more time, you're wrong.
Nope.
That sucker could have just we could have
You're wrong.
We could have put it right back into the truck, grabbed the lob wedge out. Didn't need a lob wedge all day.
There was one shot that we might have been able to use it, but you didn't. Ended up punching out pretty well in that situation.
Yeah.
You were like, you could have gone over some trees. We decided to go under them, and it actually worked out for us. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes were made, but a lot of shots were able to help us recover. And I think we qualified. So now we go head to head with some Yahoo on Thursday. And if you think that I'm going to make friends with this guy, you're wrong.
I feel so
wrong.
bad for the intensity this man is going to experience.
Ryan says that now, but we talked like we were going to be intense this week, and by the end of it, Ryan was exchanging phone numbers with all the other guys.
Well, I was
in
going
the
to send
group.
him the picture of the group at the end.
I'm not sending him that.
But at the same time, you were being too friendly right away.
No, it
And
wasn't.
then I
I talked shit right away, and then they were too nice.
We should have just.
I did exactly what Maddie Pool told me. Every time they had a shot that was like, okay, I'd be like, well, at least this was good.
Yeah.
At least your line was good. Even though you left it 8 feet short, your line looked good.
Hey, one positive we can take out of it, and I don't think I've ever done this before. We played 18 holes with one ball.
True.
We did not go OB one time. That's wood I'm knocking on.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go on the water one time. We went in the sand once.
Yep, and I raked it correctly.
That's
You
great.
raked it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Regardless of what you shot, one ball in 18, that's a good round.
Yep.
Yes.
I would say.
And there's, I think, only one other guy in the group did that.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I know Nolan hit it out of bounds
On that the
on
discrepancy ball.
Yep, the discrepancy ball. So he lost his in a parking lot. I know.
Oh, he lost his in the water too, remember? On the
Yes,
discrepancy
yep,
ball hole.
Yep. He lost one in the water. The guy you'd met in your backyard, he hit one out of bounds
On the discrepancy hole, he hit one in the water.
Yeah, he lost several balls, remember? Because they kept hitting cart paths and going all over the place.
Yep.
But then the other guy didn't lose any.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
He
positive.
didn't go OB at all?
No, he was hitting it pretty damn straight.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Mitch. He hit a good
Yeah.
round, 79.
Mitch and Jace, right?
I took one from Mitch on the back, on our back nine.
Yeah.
Took one stroke from him. Took a couple from Nolan. That was good. So
Yeah.
I'm typically not a back nine golfer, but we made it happen yesterday. We qualified.
Mm-hmm.
So that's big time. And what's sweet is qualify Monday, talk about it on the pod Tuesday, and then go back and golf Thursday to talk on the pod next Tuesday.
Next week.
So
Easy content.
head to head.
It'll be great.
Yeah. Shout out to Grandma Kathy for the pancakes.
Oh, yeah. She fed us before the tournament.
Pancake sausage
Nice.
links.
Ryan, what time did we get out there?
We left at about 8:30,
We got there at like 9:30 and we didn't golf till 1:15.
but we went and hung out and decompressed, ate some breakfast, and then we came back, hit some range balls, and then we chipped and putt, and then we got to the tee box, hit an absolute nuke.
Maybe we hit too many range balls.
No,
I think you might have.
no, because I mean, look at the first 3 holes.
I also packed an insane bag of snacks, and Ryan didn't have a single one except for a handful of Skittles.
I'm glad you brought that up. I did have some Skittles, and that was the hole that I birdied, Tyler.
You should have been having more Skittles then.
I know, but we only had like 2 or 3 waters.
4. We drank them all in the first 9.
Oh, okay. We only have 4 waters.
Yeah.
Okay, because Tyler was drinking my water, and I
Oh,
was
they
like,
were my waters too. I packed them.
okay. Well,
I thought there'd be 2 for each of us.
and I'm like, I feel like I've only had a half a water today, and they're all gone.
Yeah,
So, because the beer was piss warm.
Yeah,
it was bad.
it was.
But I'm glad we got to drink beer, so now we know that for Thursday.
I'm bringing pepper and schnapps.
Do it.
That's great.
It'll be interesting to see what the vibe of the guy is on Thursday. I don't know who it's going to be.
We should find out soon. You'll find out on Wednesday probably.
Okay.
So today when this releases, 'cause we're recording on Tuesday.
Okay. So yeah, I am gonna hit the range. I'm gonna figure this swing out. I know we're gonna get into more trouble on Thursday,
Mhm.
but it's just a matter of how we can recover, and hopefully we can shoot like. I genuinely believe we can shoot an 80 on Thursday.
Okay, let's do it.
Genuinely believe. We can shoot 80.
It doesn't matter what you shoot as long as it's at least one stroke better than the other guy.
Yes, exactly.
I said last week that you were going to shoot a 77.
And we talked about how I could have got down to 80 because you take 3 strokes off that 8.
And
For
then
a bogey on that hole, it's 81. You take that 2-foot putt that I missed, that's an 80.
And then any of those 15 footers that he missed by a centimeter drop were there.
And I genuinely, there was 6 or 7 of them. The putting was pretty on. I only 3-putted once. I 2-putted and 1 and 2 putted everything else.
Pretty much, yeah. A lot of them were 1 putts because like you scrambled out of trouble with chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Thursday will be interesting.
It'll be yes.
All
We,
right.
we don't need to get there as early now that we have it figured out. I just want to make sure we were there on time, figured out, whatever.
We're getting a cart next time.
Does it help you more now knowing how much support you have from just Instagram alone?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see how
So many
the
people.
page was blowing
Yep.
up yesterday?
Yeah, that's great.
Comments, inbox, story swipe ups. Like a lot of people are rooting for you out there, Ryan. You don't let
know.
them. You can't let them down.
I know.
Hey,
You gotta go far.
First steps out of the way.
And there are holes too that I'm like, I try to cut the trees and I might have went a little too far into the trees or what have you. Don't think I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that on 1 or 2 holes.
Hole 4, I swear to fucking
No,
God.
I'm going to lay up with a 4.
Okay, thank
and
you.
Again, I'm not there to lay up. I'm there to make a statement. But that is the one hole that I'm going to lay up on.
Okay.
There might be another 2 or 3 holes I'll lay up on, but other than that, I'm absolutely going for it.
Okay. Good.
Great segment, Tyler. Great recap of the tourney.
I feel like everyone was there. They know now.
Yeah. Yep. Lot of shining moments, lot of down in the dumps moments where we were like, should we just pack it in now? Should we quit? Should we just
Withdraw
say-
from the
Should we
tournament.
just say fuck it and should we just play golf? We did that, Tyler.
Did. Worked out.
You're coming Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'll be there if you can get a cart.
There's also a non-qualifiers tournament, so people who don't qualify in the qualifying round, they get to play across the street at the other course for like a non-qualifiers tournament.
Like a loser's bracket
Essentially, but
kind of
you,
thing.
yeah, it's just like you get your money's worth.
Oh, nice.
No fucking way I'm doing that. I got shit going on this
Well, you
weekend.
qualified, so you're fine.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
good to go. T56.
Yep.
And
How many people? Though hopefully that's still top 14
I think it is.
or 114. Excuse me.
It definitely is.
Okay.
It also took us.
What if there's 100 people tied for 30th?
There's not.
Then
I
you're
already
out.
checked. I already checked.
Okay.
There's not. It also took us 5 hours to golf 18 holes.
Oh my
And if you
God.
think that I can stand on my feet for 5 hours, I mean, I used to do that printing t-shirts, but that's different. You're not walking.
And
5 hours to golf 18 with no cart, and I wasn't even pushing the cart, so I should have been good. You got to be dogging it today.
I mean, like I said, it's just the blisters. Everything else is fine. The legs and hips were real tired last night, but they're fine now.
Yeah.
But it's just every toe's got a blister and my heel's got a few.
You need to go get a pedicure.
No,
Get like a salt bath for your feet.
then the blisters
Epsom
will
salt?
pop, and I'll get salt in them, and they'll burn.
We need to
That's
get
what you
some. We need to get some minnows and throw them in a little foot pool and just have them kind of like suck on your
Nibble
toes a
at
little
it.
bit.
That's
Nibble on your
weird.
toes.
I'm
You ever
out
had
on
that? That's
They-
actually pretty nice.
No, I've never had the minnows, but I've seen it.
It's not like just regular minnows. It's like a special kind of fish that has little teeth and it does like eat away at your dead
Oh
skin.
Jesus!
But it's
Oh.
pretty good. It just feels like vibration, basically. You can barely feel it.
What's the
It's from Talladega Nights.
yeah? What's the,
I just love the way these cars vibrate the track. Something like that.
something like that? I'm not the movie guy. You are, Tyler. So
Yeah, it's the Dennett Racing's, the head guy's wife.
yeah.
That's why she likes going to races.
Yep. Do we have another segment after this?
No, this is all she wrote. That wraps episode 15 or whatever the fuck we're on.
Episode 47.
52?
45.
45.
Okay.
Close
Two
enough.
Hey.
45, almost what I shot on the front nine yesterday. So I'm gonna shoot a 46 tomorrow or Thursday, and I'm gonna shoot a 38 on the front.
Don't shoot a 46.
Well,
Why would you want to do that? Would that be your
that's
worst?
next podcast episode.
No,
just
don't,
lines up.
don't do that.
I'm gonna shoot a 40 and a 40 for 80.
Okay.
That's that. I'm calling it right now. I'm shooting an 80 on Thursday.
I would
I'm
like that.
I'm sticking with my 5 over. I think you're going to shoot a 77.
And then there was plenty of guys that shot 5 over in that group, so I am not leaving it out. I did shoot the best round I've shot all year, but I have not shot the best round I've shot all year that I know I can shoot.
Okay.
Just got to figure a couple things out.
Let's do it.
All right,
All
guys. Thanks again for listening into episode 45. Remember, breakfast ball merch. We wore the Bevcar regular hats yesterday, and they're awesome. Bevcar regular towel.
The only thing that didn't get hot all day was my head.
Tyler was toweling me off every other hole.
Something like that. I was telling your clubs off.
You were. Yep. OUBetcha.com. You can find all the breakfast ball merch on there. And we're going to go into Thursday. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose, baby. Let's go. Love you.
Love you guys. Hell, that's a breakfast ball.